Tallet. I just want to give you a little introduction how to wear the Tallet and the Tefillin too. So the first thing that we do, you open the Tallet, you put it right on top of your shoulder. You don't have to check out every morning, but at least the first time you bar mitzvah boy, the first thing you do, you checking. What we are looking here is for the 4 strings, 4 Tefillin that we call, and everything is tied up on top, over here, on the bottom. 4 strings on one side and 4 on the other. The same thing we do with the second, the third, and the fourth. Shabbat and festivity days, you cannot tie the knots. You're not allowed in Shabbat and Yom Tov to tie the knot, but yes, indeed, you're allowed to go ahead and separate. You can separate the Tefillin on one side and on the other side. Once you've finished, you have to open the Tallet and you have to say the Barakah. When you do the Barakah, please don't keep right away the Tallet. It will consider as a haftakah, as a stopping between the Barakah and between the going around your body and cover up with the Tallet. So this is the way you have to do it. Baruch Ata Hashem Elokeinu Melech Haolam Asher Kideshanu B'mitzvotav V'tzivanu Lehit'atef B'tzitzit. And you go around. On top of your head, you don't cover your face. You bring everything on one side, and you go to your right shoulder gently. You stay about 2-3 minutes, like 2-3 seconds like this. Then you bring it back. You go on the other shoulder for the same period of time. Then you bring it back. Now you're allowed to kiss it if you want. And through your shoulders. One side on the back and the other side on the other side of your back. Remember, tzitzit cannot be laid down in the floor. You have to make sure that it's always up and it's covering most of your body. Now we go to the Tefillin. Tefillin, the first thing that we have to do, you open, and I'm sure that you know where is your first Tefillin, which is the arm that you have to wear first, which is this one. You leave the other one inside the bag, and the Tefillin, you're not allowed to lay them in the floor. You have to have a chair, or you have to have a table where you can put them right here. You open the Tefillin, and you go ahead and you wear your Tefillin, the most higher place. And before you tie up the knot, you say the Barakah. Baruch Ata Hashem Elokeinu Melech Haolam Asher Kideshanu B'mitzvotav V'tzivanu Lehaniach Tefillin. And you should not talk at all. You tie it, you make sure that this is the right spot. You go 1 over here and 2 over here. You hold it. The reason we do this is exactly 3 times the shin. We have here a shin, and we have here the yud on the bottom of the box, and the Tallet that we're going to wear at the beginning of the head. All together, the name of Hashem, Shakai. You pick up the Tefillin, You sit, you put your eye on top of your legs, and you go ahead and you go 7 times, starting from this one over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then you go around a little bit, just to hold it. Do not get loose. 2, 4, 6, 7. Doesn't count. Starting from here is the place where you start counting the 7. You're getting up. You take the tefillin of your head. Never down. Always up. You put the tallet, the part of the tefillin. You go back to your head and you bring it over. It's not necessary to uncover your head with the kippah. You can do it gently and nice. You bring it over. You make sure that this is between your eyes. The tefillin cannot be in your front head. Has to be right in the middle of here, where the hair start growing, which is this is the right spot. Then you let it go, and you go around. 1 over here, 2 in the back, and everything. You put everything around. If you get almost to the end of it, then you put it inside. Now you're allowed to talk. This is the way you have to wear the tefillin and the tallet. Sefer Torah, just also a small introduction about the Sefer Torah. Once we open the Sefer Torah and we see the portion that we have to read, and we call the first person, if it's a Kohen or if we don't have a Kohen, so of course we will not have a Levite, so anybody will come up. The person who has to come up, before he says the Berachot, he will have to look. The Sharia Sibur, the person who's going to read for him his portion, he will have to look exactly from where we're going to start, and if it's possible also where will be the stop. We will cover, he will go ahead and get the tallet, his own tallet, he will kiss, then I will cover. People should not think that the berachot of Barechu et Hashem HaMevorach and Asher B'Harba Mikol Amim, or the end of the Beracha Shenatalanu, it's right here in the Torah. Therefore we have to cover. He will have to say the Beracha. Once he finishes to say the Beracha, we uncover, and I will read for him the portion. You're not allowed to touch the Sefer Torah with your hand, fingers. There is not such a thing. You have to use, how do you call this? The veil. You have to use the veil in order to touch the Sefer Torah. Even when you have to go around, when we finish the first page and you have to go to the second, you're not allowed to put your hands on top of the Sefer Torah. You will have to go around with the veil or the tallet.